Welcome back everyone. Workbook Solutions, Macbeth Act 4 Scene 1. Another long pending video on request. Dear girls and boys, in today's session I am going to discuss 6 most important questions, short answer questions from this scene. And if you go through the entire session, I am 100% confident that you will be exam ready. A thorough revision will be done. Do check the pinned comment section for all important video links related to your syllabus and also subscribe to our channel. Tap the bell icon for all notifications. Dear students, also prepare an answer, a short answer question. What is the dramatic significance of Act 4 Scene 1 of Macbeth? I have discussed this answer in detail in the line-by-line explanation video. Go and check the line-by-line explanation video as well. It's there in the description box as well as the pinned comment section. Today's first question: what is the first apparition and what warning does it give to Macbeth? Introductory statement. In Act 4 Scene 1 of Macbeth, the first apparition is an armed head. The introductory statement is important, and here I have established a relationship between the answer and the question right at the very beginning. Without beating around the bush, I have directly answered the question. What is the first apparition? The first apparition is an armed head. Finished the first part of the question. Now, what warning does it give to Macbeth? Macbeth addresses it as unknown power. This is a textual reference, a quotation. It warns Macbeth to be careful about Macduff. Beware Macduff, beware the Thane of Fife. An important quotation. The introduction. Observe how I have framed the introduction. I have answered the questions, the parts, the sub-parts as well. This is the warning, the specific warning along with a textual reference, and this is the first apparition. Now, critical comment. As a student of class 12, you are supposed to incorporate critical comments in your answers. The warning is significant. After writing down about the warning, I will now analyze the warning. The warning is significant because Macduff, one of Macbeth's chief enemies, poses a threat to Macbeth's reign. So this is the first significance. It reinforces Macbeth's paranoia and fear of those who might threaten his position. This fear of being overthrown. So Macbeth suffers from a fear of being overthrown. He is restless because he has this fear of being overthrown, and he is also suspicious. So this fear of being overthrown and his suspicions lead him to take further drastic measures to secure his power. His decision to seize upon Fife, to kill Macduff's wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls who are connected with him, with Macduff, reveal his ruthlessness, Macbeth's ruthlessness and criminality. So the first apparition and the warning is significant. The armed head serves as a catalyst for Macbeth's downward spiral into darkness and tyranny, and its warning sets the stage for the conflict between Macbeth and Macduff. The head represents symbolically Macbeth's head cut off and brought to Malcolm by Macduff. The first apparition thus sets the tone for the rest of the scene. It does not reveal anything more, descends, fueling Macbeth's internal conflict. Macbeth thanks it, but he also is mentally disturbed. I have highlighted all the keywords and expressions. Just have a look. This is the answer. 100 to 150 words. Go through these reference answers and I'm sure you will do well in your exam. Moving on to the next question now. It's question number 2. Explain the significance of the second apparition. The second apparition in Act 4, Scene 1 of Macbeth is a bloody child. Again, the description, symbolic, critical comment as well, symbolic of innocence and violence. It urges Macbeth to be bloody, bold, resolute and defy the power of man, for he can never be harmed by anyone born of a woman. So this section is important. Learn the textual references, learn the quotations, small quotations, but these words are important. If you can quote them correctly, you will get good marks. Again, introduction is important. It symbolizes the innocence and purity that Macbeth lost. Macbeth has already lost his innocence. He is now a hardened criminal. And the violent and bloody consequences of his actions. So he is paying the price for his bloody actions. He will face his ruin very, very soon. And it also symbolizes his ruthlessness, loss of innocence, and now he has become a ruthless, hardened criminal. It represents Macduff, who was untimely ripped from his mother's womb. We will see this in Act 5. By such evil suggestions and ambiguous sayings, important, cryptic messages of the apparitions. By such evil suggestions and ambiguous sayings, it inspires in Macbeth a false confidence. Check the line-by-line explanation video and you will get all these explanations, concepts in detail over there. It inspires in Macbeth a false confidence and sends him on to ruin. Its words foreshadow. These are the important features related to the second apparition. Why is it significant? Why is it significant? So, false confidence sends him on to ruin. Foreshadowing, foreshadow Macbeth's eventual downfall, that is demise at the hands of Macduff, who will avenge his family's death and restore order to Scotland. The apparition increases Macbeth's anxiety and fear and resolves, "Thou," that is Macduff, "shalt not live to make assurance double sure," to ensure his own security. Thus, it intensifies, the second apparition intensifies the tension and suspense, also deepening the audience's understanding of Macbeth's psychological complexity and the consequences of his actions. The audience are waiting for Macbeth's downfall, and the audience can understand Macbeth's psychological complexity, his internal conflict. So again, this is the second answer. The third apparition now, the third question. These questions are important, dear students. The apparitions. The third apparition in Act 4, Scene 1 is a child crowned with a tree in his hand. It symbolizes Malcolm, who is crowned king after Macbeth. It represents legitimacy. Who is the legitimate, rightful heir? It represents legitimacy and heritage. Malcolm is a legitimate heir to the throne. He is a legitimate heir to King Duncan, who will eventually restore order to Scotland end Macbeth's tyrannical rule. Macbeth is not the legitimate heir. It tells Macbeth, the third apparition, what does it tell? It tells Macbeth to be lion-mettled, proud, quotations. There is absolutely no need to bother about who is trying to annoy Macbeth or where are the people conspiring against him. Macbeth will never be vanquished. He will never be defeated. Macbeth will never be vanquished. Again a quotation, he will never be defeated. Until the great Birnam Wood moves to the high Dunsinane Hill to fight against him. The language again is ambiguous and instills in Macbeth a false confidence. Gives him a sense of relief. He says that will never be, quotation, foreshadowing his eventual downfall. He is misguided. His heart, however, throbs to know if Banquo's children will ever reign in this kingdom. But the third apparition goes away and Macbeth must seek to know no more. It reinforces the idea that Macbeth's fate is predetermined, reflects the theme of deception. A new rightful king will take his place. He is still concerned about Banquo's issue, which reveals his growing paranoia and desperation. All these terms are important, dear students. Go through these reference answers and frame your own answers, clarify your concepts. So this is the third answer. Now quickly moving on to the next one. Let's see, what does Macbeth ask the witches to reveal about Banquo's descendants? Macbeth insists on being satisfied with an answer to the question. What is the question? Shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom? Very important. If the witches refuse to answer him, they may be eternally damned. Now the critical analysis of this. You cannot just write till here. So you will have to critically analyze it. This reveals Macbeth's, again, paranoia and fear of losing his kingship. Learn this by heart. These concepts are important. He is cabined, cribbed, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. Remember the previous scenes? Fleance's escape lurks in his mind. Why? Because he is cribbed, cabined, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. He wants to know about Fleance and the fate of Banquo's descendants. He is haunted. Haunted, this word is a very strong word. Use this. He is haunted by the prophecy that Banquo's descendants will become kings. When the apparitions, by evil suggestions and ambiguous sayings, inspire in him a false confidence, Macbeth becomes curious to allay his fears regarding Banquo's issue. He is hopeful that nothing will happen to him, because no man born of a woman will be able to kill him. On one hand, he is assured. On the other hand, he keeps on thinking about Fleance, Banquo's descendants. And this shows his desire for security and legitimacy as a king. He does not want a fruitless crown. He wants to be assured of his kingship. The fulfillment of the witches' prophecies earlier have created a sense of inevitability around Banquo's descendants. Since he has become the Thane of Glamis, since he has become the Thane of Cawdor and also the King of Scotland, somehow he is sure that Banquo's descendants will become kings. So this fear lurks in his mind. Macbeth thus is trying to understand and potentially prevent this fate, ironically ignoring Malcolm, Macduff, Donalbain as more serious threats. Okay, the apparitions have told him a lot of things which somehow ensure that he is safe from them. But what about Banquo? What about his descendants, the prophecy of the witches? He does not realize where the real threat lies. What is going to be his fate? Although his fate is predetermined, his downfall is inevitable. However, fear of being overthrown looms large in him. What is important is the fear of being overthrown. This is important. Students, 148 words. Perfect. No editing needed. So, this is the fourth answer. Questions 5 and 6 now. Let's see. What do the witches reveal to Macbeth about Banquo? Again important. In Act 4, Scene 1 of Macbeth. What is a reaction? Very important. This scene, in fact, is very important. You cannot leave out any concept from here, any section from here. The three witches show Macbeth a vision of 8 kings, the last with a glass in his hand, ghost of Banquo following, and this indicates that Banquo's heirs will eventually become rulers of Scotland. They want Macbeth to see for himself and thus feel the bitterness of knowing that he will have a fruitless crown. Role of the witches. So they lead Macbeth onto a path of criminality, and now they want him to feel the bitterness of knowing that he will have a fruitless crown. The first king in the show, now the reaction in detail, dear students. The first king in the show bears too close a resemblance to Banquo. The crown worn by the second king scorches his eyeballs. The third king is like the first. Macbeth's eyes will start out of their sockets. Now, see. Macbeth is perplexed, number 1, shocked, number 2, number 3, bewildered, confused, stands amazedly, number 4, paralyzed by astonishment. Very important. State of mind, reaction. He does not want to see anymore, reaction. And yet the 8th appears holding a mirror in his hand in which he can see many others yet to come. Again, reaction. He calls the vision horrible sight, realizes that all this is going to be true. Banquo's ghost smiles upon him and points at his descendants. Macbeth is angry, again reaction, feels betrayed, again reaction by the witches, and is determined, reaction, to eliminate possible threats to his kingship. To the point answers, dear students. These reference answers are very, very, very helpful. So, go through them. Further sinking into darkness and tyranny. Again, a compact answer. Just go through the answer. Here it is. Reaction in detail. Critical analysis. Everything is sorted for you. Question 6, the last one. What is Macbeth's state of mind at the end of Act 4, Scene 1 of Macbeth? How can you miss this one? Come on. Anxious and uneasy, Macbeth seeks reassurance from the witches about his future. However, the vision of the blood-boltered Banquo smiling upon him and pointing at the 8 kings as his descendants make Macbeth state of mind paranoid and fearful. See, introduction, the question, related. The horrible sight makes him obsessive, state of mind, fixated, state of mind on maintaining his power and eliminating any potential threat. He resolves, state of mind, desperate to control his fate, desperation, state of mind, that from this moment the first thought of his heart will be the first action of his hand. His criminality, state of mind, his ruthlessness, state of mind are evident. He will execute his murderous, sinister thoughts into actions without hesitation and at once. His emotional state is unstable, state of mind. Veering between courage, fear, state of mind. Confidence, doubt, state of mind. Hence he becomes reckless, state of mind, to retain his kingship. Dear students, if you practice, if you learn to frame your answers in this way, I am sure you will get very good marks. You will perform really well. But you need to do a little bit of reference work and you need to study the text thoroughly. He will seize upon fife, kill Macduff's wife, his babes, all unfortunate souls associated with him. He will do this deed though heinous, and he is not boasting like a fool. His decision, his resolve, his moral degeneration is revealed. He has hardened himself by killing his conscience, state of mind, guilt-free conscience, and will not seek the help of the witches again and will not be affected by the sights. So 165 words. Just a little bit of editing and this answer is perfect. Dear students, this is answer number 6. Please subscribe to our channel and also like, share and comment, because if you are not supporting us, how will we grow? Come on, help us. And all the best to you as well. Bye.